We came into the world as the baby boomers, and then I saw the term used, the longevity economy. We had a huge impact on all of our educational systems and all of the processes we needed all along the way, and the desire to have a really positive quality of life and our opportunity and our affluence and our ability to do things.
I like to think of the boomer generation as sort of, they're not afraid of technologies. They grew up when we were landing on the moon, right? They are very aware and have been in the middle of innovation ever since they were young.
And if you envisioned the longevity economy as a standalone national economy, its GDP is $7.1 trillion in the US alone, making it the third largest economy in the world. Rather than old people being a drain on the economy, they're driving it.
So AARP is the largest membership organization focused on people as they age and the vitality that goes with that. We're the largest healthcare organization focused on this space with over 10 million members that we serve. The idea is, what could two leading organizations do that were focused on this space to really make things significantly better?
I think the interesting lens that AARP and United bring to the table is to keep going back to true north, which is how are we creating value for consumers.
We look at innovation in a lot of different ways, and we have to. One way we're doing it is inside our organization. So we've set up innovation centers, and then we go outside. What type of companies, what type of resources, what type of products can we bring to market and test to learn? And then we're also looking at it through venture groups. So where can we actually invest and seed some of this stuff for the future?
I mean, I never bought one of the products that are in the market today for my mother because she would never wear it. She was a model all of her life. She is absolutely stunning. If there's no style, she's not wearing it. What we're actually building is a very traditional looking watch. It's an active, works anywhere, medical alert, combined with artificial intelligence that actually learns your lifestyle.
My dad has always been in his biologist. He's back in Italy, has a medical device company. My dad is 80, still works. So if they have a congestive heart failure, but they may still be able to work, have the ability to actually be able to manage the disease in the home, transmit that information directly to your physicians. If it's an increase in the protein that we monitor, a patient is on a risk of having future event.
Leveraging real-time data. These used to be notions of this is way in the future, Twilight Zone stuff. The reality, it's here.
There are hypotheses inside that data that I think are the key to solving this healthcare crisis we have.
Socially impactful but for-profit, venture-funded and venture-fundable companies. As a venture capitalist, I think the impact you can have, and at the same time the money one can make is incredible, incredible.
The United States spends 44% of the $6 trillion healthcare spend. Yet, in developed countries, we are spending the most money and getting the worst outcomes. So how are we going to manage this huge tsunami of aging coming into our country? And under the current structure, we'll crumble.
I'm an optimist for the future, and I think the right focus is finally coming on health outcomes and how do we help facilitate better care. And I think if you start there, if you start with the consumer, you can build brilliant innovation that the system will need to adapt to.
We have to find a way to allow people to age with dignity.
Take the patronizing out of old and remove the conversations about vitals and stats and all of that, and just leave the conversation to be about home and what are we having for dinner and how are the grandkids. That's an incredible thing for us to do via technology.
There are so many of us, baby boomers. We're not stopping. We are innately, I think, prone to change in many ways. So as we get older, it'll be us who knows best what we need.
That the dominant framing is we can't afford these old people, and serving the needs of over 100 million people is a financial cost. You got to turn that on its head. Because in the private sector, when you address 100 million people, that's called a market opportunity. So why wouldn't you rather look at it and say, wow, let's make sure that this fulfills its total potential?